Certainly there's such a thing as ESP because we use it. And it defies space and time. There's something you might like to know about time and space in our studies with what we call Omni-time. We had such a wonderful 25 years of research, and I've put it in this manuscript if it ever gets published. It is it's available, like time not on a wristwatch is available for your youth, and we wanted to prove that. So we ground everything. We have to have this balance, and so I told my friend we're going to go to Baja, and I said, you pick up anything, because we had to do these grounded research like Stanford. Pick up anything at all, but date it, put it to the minute of what you get. So when I got home, she said, I didn't do very well. I only got one thing, and it was on this date, August the 11th, and it was high noon, and it was fingernail. Now you think, oh boy, that's a failure. When I looked on our schedule, we were right at the tip of Baja. We were looking at the white sands and the azure sky. It looked like Greece to me. I had never been to Greece. I felt I was there. And my daughter, another daughter, was bringing in my baggage. And she had been doing her own experiment to see how long a fingernail could grow. And it had grown about that much, just one. She was doing the test. She picked up my luggage right at that time, 12:18, and it hit the baggage, and it went in an arc against the blue sky. And I had to say what happened, because that's what Doris picked up. And what is ESP? It was like my adrenaline. What is it when you're surprised? Adrenaline went up, and my empathy and compassion went up. I'd spoiled her experiment, you see. Oh, I said, I'm so sorry. And so that was linked to ESP. What was that great spike? Space had nothing to do with it. All those miles away. You don't have to pay attention anymore. You just know that that's possible. That was one of our best sharp experiments. Well, there you go. See, this is the great study. I want people, when they're still saying, is there ESP? You might as well stop talking about it, because we've been using it for 25 years to research. We weren't using it for fun. It was fun. But you see, that's what I said, adrenaline. There was a sharp feeling and the emotion of compassion, and maybe the soul and the emotion has much, much more to do with ESP than you ever dreamed of. Because it just was. It just is that way. And we don't care if people say, oh, that's rubbish, just because they haven't opened up to experience it. And when you deal with time, this other lady could go back in history. As I said, the little lady are quick to report, and I could go ahead. I knew things a day or two ahead. I knew one time George Wallace, do you remember, who was against all the black people, and he was a bad governor. And I opened the newspaper. Our kids were still in high school, and I was sitting in the living room, and I said, oh, he's going to be shot. Oh, there's Mother again. I didn't know where that came from. Next day, he was shot. He wasn't killed. But it came in a rush when I looked at his picture, so it's worth studying what caused me to say it. And so I did study on that, and I had my ideas of what that was. But I had to go onward from what happened. And I had to phone poor Brian in his medical office and say, who did I say was going to be shot? And he said, yeah, I know. Governor Wallace, it's hard to take when it's not left-headed logic. It's the other side. And it has to do with time and space and ESP. Where were we getting it from? out of time, which isn't this. We were getting it out of time, which is available. And see, all the research is waiting. If people will stop saying, it's ridiculous or this is strange. No, it isn't. It's what is. It's life. It's the material of life. And we have a body and we carry it around with us. But it's all available.